Welcome everyone to our Storypoint Sip and Stay after show, the wine that loves stories as much as we do.
So I wanted to like her a lot, and I do.
Yeah.
I was really nervous because she's one of those authors that, like, to me, I mean, she is a celeb, but you know how they're different authors that like hit us all different ways. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hosting. But I feel the same, Patti, is like sometimes you meet someone and you're like, like she isn't as great as I thought. She's so great. She is so great. She was one of my favorite guests.
Authentic.
Yep.
I feel like I was like leaning in the whole show to be like, okay, all right, I need this. I need to write that down. This is so great. Like, it's probably one that I will rewatch. I thought she was an incredible guest.
Yeah. You know, they always say, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Sometimes your heroes don't disappoint you.
Like when you met Sue Grafton, right? I think about that a lot. Right.
Yeah. When I met Sarah Jessica Parker, I was terrified because I loved Sex and the City so much. Yeah. You know, I was so scared when I met her that she wasn't going to live up to my huge expectations, but she was fantastic. Yep. So I think we had that experience tonight with Taylor. She was great.
For sure. Patti, do you have anybody like that? Like anyone that you were like nervous to meet and then?
I do. I mean, there's a couple people. One was Pat Conroy for sure.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, you know, we became dear friends, but the other one was the singer Amy Grant. Do y'all know who Amy Grant is? Yeah. And when I was in college, I mean, I played her music until the tape broke. Baby, baby.
And
I just hit the note. Okay, I'm not going for the high notes. And I think I mean, I saw her at the Armory in karaoke party. I saw her at the Armory in Auburn in 1982, and she's only a couple years older than me, so she was maybe in her 20s. And meeting her was you know, she's exactly what she seems to be, and I loved that. So
that's awesome.
How about you, Chrissy?
This is going to make you laugh, but you were mine. Yeah. Like when I became an author, you were one of my first, like, I mean, I truly remember like going to the event that we were doing and finding out that I was doing a panel with you. And at that point, I mean, it was only my first book, but I had done a lot of speaking events. So I wasn't nervous about speaking, but I was like, I can't be on a panel with Patti Callahan Henry. Like, I'll be too nervous. And I'll like say something stupid and, you know, whatever. And then fast forward 2 days and we were singing show tunes on the floor of a hotel room and drinking champagne out of a bottle.
So, absolutely.
I mean, you know, the rest is history.
We all say stupid things all the time.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but she kind of lived up to my expectations.
If you were going to tell that whole story and then go, and you know what? You didn't do it for me. You didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
forgot her name.
Oh, I know, right.
Kirsten. Kelly, what's your name again?
Kathy, Chris.
So, and I remember it was so funny. Like you were like taking care of us because we had that long weekend, and you were like, "Okay, here's your emergency.
Take your vitamin C." Yep. Why do you remember that?
I brought you a Perrier. Like it was so
That's hilarious. Yeah. That sounds like very Patti. That's
very hilarious. It was really
That's
fun.
Hilarious.
It was really fun.
All right, Kristin, we're dying to know. Did you survive the first day of kindergarten?
Yes. You know, of course, like anybody dropping their kid off at kindergarten the first day, I was all teary after he got out of the car, right? Like I saved it till after he was out of sight. I was very emotional. He had a great first day. He hopped right out of the car and walked in, no fear. I was so proud of him. He had a great first day and a great second day today. And it's all going really well. Thank you for asking.
And how are you doing?
Oh, I was like a puddle of emotions on the floor yesterday. I was a disaster, but you know what? He's a great kid and it's a great school. And, I'm so, it could not have turned out better so far, at least. So
those first 2 days are great. Good. We've done it now. And can we quit?
Yeah.
Meg said because he has a great mom.
Right. Yeah.
True.
So you all remember the first day you dropped your kids off at school? I mean, mine was in the dinosaur age. I can hardly remember.
I remember them more as an impression than like the actual physical. I remember that gut level feeling that she's talking about, but like I don't but Kristy, you just did it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, I actually really remember 2-year-old preschool, like the very most. Like he did one of those little, 2-day a week like programs or whatever. And the really hilarious thing was I remember dropping him off and he was very uncertain and he really didn't want to go and he wasn't really sure. And then he ended up loving it and he had a great time. But the funny thing was they had a rule where you couldn't like bring, you brought your snack and whatever, but you couldn't bring like stuffed animals or loveys or, because they would have to keep up with them. And he was going through this huge Mickey and Minnie phase. And so we lived really close to the preschool. And so I would stroll him to preschool in the morning and he had his little Mickey and Minnie. And I was like, no, when we get to school, we have to take him home. And so I was like, just so upset, when I left. And I was like, I can't believe our baby's too little. Like I shouldn't have done this. This is a terrible idea. Yeah. And so I'm walking down the street with the stroller when my friend stops and she's like, you know how you look right now with an empty stroller with a Mickey and Minnie stuffed animal in it, right?
That's awesome.
I just started dying laughing and it like totally, she was like, it's a little suspect. Like someone's going to call the police. This is a problem.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. I wish we had a photo of that. Why don't we have a photo?
Actually, we do. It's not, I'll see if I can scrounge it up. But no, she took a photo and sent it to me.
Andy, who is going to be 35 in September, Katie, his big sister, who was 4 years older, she went right off to preschool, to run it, basically, to tell everyone, here's what we do, here's what we do, let's have some charts. But Andrew, not so much. And so he was in a mother's morning out, and I was working full time as a newspaper reporter. I had a housekeeper, and so her job was to get to the house or pick both of them up from school and bring them home. And so the preschool Katie had already gone through. She was 4 years old, and as I said, she came out of the womb an adult. Andrew, not so much. I got a call. And so I had been involved with the school and I'd actually been on the little kindergarten or preschool board. I got a call from the school and they said, Kathy, you need to come get Andrew. And I said, oh my God, what happened? And they said, well, he won't stop crying. The only way he will stop crying is if the teacher holds him in her lap. And it's hard for her to teach preschool. With, 12, 4-year-old.
With him in her lap.
So because he was convinced we were not coming back for him.
Oh,
he was thinking it was like taken or something. So his sister loves to torment him with like, dude, you flunked out of preschool.
No.
That's
so sweet, Andy. But wait, we want to know about MKA Vacay. How was it? You did so many things. You had like 6 vacations in one. Like it's crazy.
We were trapped at home for so long. I just said I want to go somewhere different. I don't want to be hot, and it was hot in New England. So we flew into Boston. I'd never been to Fenway. I wanted, Tom loves Mexicans. She said, Liam Neeson to rescue Andrew from preschool.
Meg, and you know what? She's sitting there with her mom, Kathy, and that's probably from Kathy.
Right? Kathy's egging her on.
Okay.
We flew into Boston. We went to a Red Sox game at Fenway. But I have to tell you, my favorite part. Oh, we went to the Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum.
So cool.
Where the art heist happened, which is why it was fascinating to me because they stole stuff. But after the game, we left early because it was starting to rain. We went for drinks and late dinner at the Fairmont Plaza, Copley Fairmont Plaza, on right on Copley Square.
So pretty.
And it was so chic and fun, and the most delicious truffle fries you've ever tasted. Then we went to Nantucket, and
awesome.
Went to Nantucket, and we went to dinner and drinks at Ellen Hildebrand's house.
As you do.
One does.
Yeah, I mean,
one does.
That's someone who was as like I remember thinking, wow, she's like really, really nice the first time I ever met her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, we went to dinner and drinks at her house. It was like being in a Nancy Meyer movie the whole time. And did a signing at Mitchell's with our darling Tim from Mitchell's. And that was great. And we had we had some delightful dinners, had drinks with Nat Philbrick, who is a friend of ours and Meg's. He writes amazing narrative nonfiction history books. Such a great guy. And we met his dog, Dora. Aww. And had lunch with Nancy Thayer and her husband.
Wow.
And as one does in Nantucket, of course.
And then we had drinks with Patty's agent.
Yeah, Meg.
Awesome.
Meg Ruley. Yeah. So we did the whole, and then we, Tim from Nantucket Book Partners very generously offered us his Jeep, and we roamed around the island and got to places we wouldn't have gotten to see. So it was great. And then we went back and went to a Cape Cod League baseball game, and it was like being in small town.
Patti and I both used to do those games when we were kids.
It's like being in small town America. At the seventh inning stretch, everybody stands up and sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and they raffle.
And they eat popsicles and popcorn and sit on blankets.
Yeah, they raffled off a washer dryer, as they do.
As you do. Which team did you go see, Kathy?
Our friend was helping coach the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Oh,
it was so much fun.
We were in Orleans.
Or the Orleans Cardinals. Yep. Those are the ones we used to go see too.
That is so funny.
I know.
We're all connected in 1,000 ways. Somebody kicked Kristy off, but
I'm sorry.
I feel like your Nantucket vacation, Meg just wrote, MKA takes Nantucket. She came, she saw, she conquered. I mean, when I saw the picture, you and Tim, I was jealous of.
Yes.
Yep. Ellen, Nat. Yeah. But when I saw you having drinks with my agent, I got that stab of jealousy, man.
Seriously, FOMO. Well, we had fun and we did discuss you. And then we went to Southwest New Hampshire and stayed with old friends from St. Pete who own an inn. And we sat on the village green in this little town of Fitzwilliam, and we listened to a traditional 6-piece Irish band.
Awesome.
You sent us the shot of it with the music, and I kept hitting play. So Kristy just texted and said that her computer just totally crashed. But Sean is saying that he has the picture. Show it, Sean.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, she looks mad. I'm British
sorry,
mad.
But who is surprised that Kristy looks like a supermodel on her child's first day of preschool? I mean, she looks like a model of
madness.
Right.
Oh my God, I looked like I was like one step away from being admitted to a mental asylum, like an insane asylum yesterday.
Well, the stroller with Mickey and Minnie kind of does lend
that's true. That's true.
It.
That does that for her. Yeah.
All right, since we lost our leader for the night, I guess we should go. But Kathy, we missed you, and we loved living vicariously through you. The pictures were great. The B&B that's for sale.
Can we just talk about the wine? My wine is out. That's why we have to stop talking.
We have to go. Come on.
We need some more Storypoint. All right.
And this is our, we
that's kind of pitiful. That's pitiful.
Wait,
right there.
Are they taking us out?
No.
What?
We're
still here.
I think so.
What?
I just was going to say that what's summer without some Storypoint?
Yeah.
And some stories.
Well, and the Chardonnay is so nice right now, but as we head into fall, we can start sipping the red wine as the nights get a little bit cooler, right? I always worry with the red wine, though, I'm going to spill it on myself or spill it on my nice cream-colored carpet in here. I'm always scared of my own self.
Is it okay?
I just love how the thing just is blocking me out. Come back. There you go. Switch it out. All right. Thank you, Storypoint. Thanks, y'all. This was so much fun.
Yep.
This was really great.
All right. Love you, ladies.
Good night.
Love y'all too.
Good night.
See you later, Gators.